Alright, hey everybody, welcome back to another video, and in today's video, I want to cover the 5 things that I think could be added to ERLC. If you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and let's get straight into this. So I do want to start off by saying that none of this is actually confirmed. These are just based off of assumptions and other bits and pieces that I've kind of found and put together. None of this is confirmed, so don't take this as this is going to be added. These are just things that I think could be added in the future. And yeah, here we go. So the first thing that I think could be added is a bank robbery system, mainly because it's been spoken about amongst devs every so often, and in the dev Q&A that they did a while back just before the summer update release, they had commented on the fact that they are looking to implement other robbery systems. And I thought it'd be really cool for them to add in some sort of like bank robbery system. And if you look in the notes for the programming job offer that they had put up on Twitter, you're able to see the fact that they have a bank robbery system and the things that they could be coding. Again, this is all could, so keep that in mind. But bank robbery system was one of the things they said they could be coding. So, I mean, it could be coming in the future if they're looking for someone to be able to code it. I think that'd be something that'd be really, really cool. It'd add a little bit more to the game, something that I think it's missing. Number 2, I think they could be adding weather, which would be really, really sick too, because I think, you know, having that sort of like different variation and weather could be so much more immersive for roleplay and stuff like that. I think it'd be really, really cool. And if you could maybe choose what weather it is in a private server, that would be really sick too. But you saw it in the image. I guess this is just GFX, but in the GFX image for their helicopter release, you saw that it was raining in the actual image there, and again in the job listing they have weather down there as well, which would be really, really cool if they were able to add that. I know it's not the easiest thing to add into a game, but I thought it'd be really cool if they were able to add something like that into the game. That would be like super immersive. And number 3 that I think they're going to be adding is another team, possibly. Now, I only say this because they added a building where there wasn't a building before. If you go down through the tunnels on the suburban side and follow that to the end of the road, you'll see a building that wasn't there before the summer update. Now, it could just be for aesthetic purposes, but it's strange to add a building that has no purpose when it wasn't there before. So it could possibly transform into something else. I think it'd be really cool to see another sort of team, another roleplay, another job, something like that in ERLC. I mean, we just had the mail, and DOT has just been updated and stuff like that too. You know, there has been new teams added in, but regardless, I think it'd be really cool to see if you could actually have like another team, like something that you're able to go and work as, instead of being on the civilian team and work like having a roleplay job like at the gas station or something. I think actually having another team would be really, really cool. I think another thing that they could possibly add is a new prison, and again, this is just because of the linear progression that they've had with upgrading buildings in ERLC. They've been going from building to building, upgrading it. You know, they started at the fire department, they've done the police department, they've done, you know, several other things here and there. You know, they've changed things, they've updated things if they're old, and I think the prison's been a bit neglected in these updates, and I think it's something that would be like really, really cool if they were to upgrade, because I think, you know, it's starting to get a little bit outdated in comparison to the rest of the map. But yeah, if they could maybe upgrade the prison, I think that'd be super, super cool. I mean, just because of the linear skill that they've been taking, I think it would be really cool to be able to see something like that be added in. Whether it's just a case of the interiors change or just the exteriors changed or whatever, you know, just sort of an updated look would be nice. Another thing that I thought about on this linear scale is the fact that they could possibly be doing the sheriff's office as well. Because if you remember, the sheriff's office is just as old as what the other police department was, and they upgraded that, they upgraded the fire department, they've done the gas stations and stuff like that, so it wouldn't make much sense for them to really just like ignore the sheriff's department or the sheriff's office. So I think the sheriff's office could be coming in for another change as well. Which I think could be really, really cool. I think that would be something that, you know, would be super, super dope and things like that as well. So those are like the top 5 things I think could be added into ERLC at some point. And I'm going to add another one just in here for, I guess, honorable mention. And I have no proof on this at all, but I think it'd be really, really cool. And of course, they just came out with a DOT update, so it might be a really long time before they add anything even similar to this. But having some sort of like construction vehicle, you know, in terms of like not just the tow truck and the pickup trucks or street sweeper or whatever, but an actual construction vehicle, like, you know, maybe something client-sided, so that, you know, like the street sweeper, only you can see the garbage on the road. You know, maybe if if you had something like some sort of like digger or something like that you could see, and it was only like client-sided or a private server or matchmaking, whatever the case is. I think that'd be really cool to see another sort of construction vehicle. It'd add a lot more to DOT rather than just going around and placing cones, if that makes sense. Or just like towing a vehicle or something like that. It gives a little bit more purpose to that team, in my opinion. Yeah, I think those are the top 5, and then one honorable mention that I think could be added into ERLC. If you disagree with me, that's totally okay. Everyone's you know, entitled to their opinion. Again, none of this is confirmed. None of it is like solid and, you know, solid in stone or anything like that. These are just things that I've made assumptions from different things that I've seen, and, you know, something that I think could be, you know, relatively interesting. That's gonna do it for this video. Go ahead and check out my last video. You know, enjoy it, I guess, and yeah, have a good day.